Thanks for joining us for CBN's On the Home Front, where we highlight what the men and women of America's military do to defend our country. I'm Mark Martin. In this special edition episode, we take you behind the scenes and show you what life is like for the men and women who train the next generation of sailors at Navy boot camp. It's been called one of the most demanding assignments in the Navy, but also one of the most rewarding. They share their stories of being a part of the Recruit Training Command.
Get up! Hey, is that how you answer a question? No, you guys lack discipline today. Let's go.
This job is very demanding.
We train more than 35,000 recruits a year.
You work an 18-hour day, and then you're back in the next day, 0400.
You're not looking, man. Look!
We put stress on them here, yelling at them here 24/7. They'll understand that when they get to the fleet and something goes bad, they'll be able to handle all that pressure and all that stress.
Now!
First cup of the day. Yep, it's time.
I tell my recruits, you don't quit on us, we won't quit on you. You got to come in and give us 100% every day.
Get louder!
It is 3:40 in the morning. Going to work. Able to wake the recruits up at 5 and get the day started. I'm Chief Davala. I am a Recruit Division Commander here at RTC Great Lakes. I feel that recruits have this idea that just one day we woke up and we became RDCs, as if we never had to go through a process, as if we never went through any of the hard times to get to where we're at.
Word of advice, when you do get orders here, please get a jacket for Illinois. Don't bring one of your jackets from back home. The weather up here is technically cold all year round, so they can say it's gonna be partly clouds today. Out of nowhere, it just starts snowing or something like that. My name is Petty Officer Barty. I'm a Recruit Division Commander here at Recruit Training Command. I went through boot camp February 23rd, 2011. I couldn't march. I was good at PT, but my RDCs, they would always yell at me a lot for not being able to march. We're here now. It is 3:25. And I knew when I was a recruit at boot camp, I wanted to be a RDC.
Come on, Petty Officer. Senior Recruit Price, Division 232, Roving Security Watch, stand by for instruction, Petty Officer.
Good morning, Petty Officer. Senior Recruit White, Division 231, Roving Security Watch, standing by for instruction, Petty Officer.
Who's the Chief of Naval Operations?
Petty Officer, Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Richardson, Petty Officer.
Waking up early in the morning is the first thing that's on my mind. Did my starboard watch make those correct deck log entries before I walked in the compartment? You, get over here. I'm talking to you, starboard watch.
Yes, Petty Officer.
Go behind her. Read this. Read it. And try it again.
Aye, Petty Officer.
Good afternoon, Petty Officer. Senior Recruit Thomas, Division 231. Security Watch, waiting further instructions. Petty Officer, sir.
Look, does anything here say waiting further instruction?
No, Petty Officer.
You're not looking, man. Look!
Aye, Petty Officer.
Try it. Read it and look.
Aye, Petty Officer. Good afternoon, Petty Officer. Senior Recruit Thomas, Division 231. Security Watch. Stand by for further instructions, Petty Officer.
Who is the Chief of Naval Operations?
It's 4:47. I'm on the way in to rev the division. We wake up at 05:30 today. so I'm a night person, so it's difficult sometimes to wake up and get yourself out of bed. I'm Chief Justin Kels, a Recruit Division Commander here at Recruit Training Command.
Division 936, reporting.
Is that what it says, recruit? Put your hand back up.
Aye, Chief.
Read it.
Roving, security watch standing by for instruction, Chief.
Start over from the top, recruit.
Aye, Chief.
Kind of surreal being in charge of 88 recruits. You don't know the feeling until you're in front of 88 recruits and you're leading them to a goal. Staying energetic throughout the whole day takes mind power. You have to keep telling yourself that you're doing it to motivate recruits and you're motivating other people. Sometimes you pull that motivation from the recruits. Sometimes you have to find it within the partners that you're pushing with, and sometimes you just got to find that inner drive.
Introducing the CBN Bible from CBN.com. Now, an easier way to study the Bible and grow in your faith. Highlight your favorite verse. Read separate versions at a glance. Click and read a commentary. Or cross-reference your favorite verse using the Strong's Concordance. All the right tools to study the Bible, all in one place. The CBN Bible, available at cbn.com/Bible or the iTunes App Store.
It has the power to influence weight loss, boost your immune system, and improve brain function.
We've seen an explosion of data on the role of the gut microbiome in health.
The free Build a Better Gut booklet reveals the latest information about the gut microbiome. You'll discover how your gut affects the rest of your health.
The gut microbiome has been linked to depression and cancer and heart disease.
Learn how to build a stronger, healthier gut.
The microbiome, if it's in good composition, are really protecting us all the time from more invasive things.
Get the Build a Better Gut booklet, free from the Christian Broadcasting Network. Call 1-800-700-7000 or go to cbn.com/buildabettergut.
You need to make sure that your microbes are working with you, not against you.
And if you order online, you'll get immediate access to the Build a Better Gut series, a digital copy of the booklet, and related bonus material. Build a Better Gut today. Call 1-800-700-7000 or go to cbn.com/buildabettergut for your free copy.
Here, we're committed to a heritage of rigorous scholarship dating back over 1,000 years.
And to a faith tradition dating back 1,000 more.
This is how we create a culture of inquiry where no topic is off limits.
And a culture of hope.
Anything's possible!
It's Christian leadership.
And it's changing the world for the better.
It's higher learning.
It's greater knowing.
It's what makes us whole.
It's what makes us Regent.
We work on average probably 14 to 16 hours a day the first couple of weeks, just trying to get the recruits in that mindset that they're at boot camp and training them everything that they need to be trained on to make them successful while they're here at boot camp. And then after that you can relax the hours a little bit, but you still got to keep that drive along.
Come on, you have to march! Recruit, march, pick your feet up! You're not special!
So some of the biggest challenges that we face, I would say, would be recruits coming here with the mindset that they know everything and they don't want to listen to what we're trying to teach them. You have to train them into thinking the same way so they're all on the same page and they're all working as a team.
All right, so did you guys look at your racks?
Yes, Chief.
They're all jacked up, right?
Yes, Chief.
Why is that?
They were set up right, Chief.
Not set up right. Nobody wants to own up to anything they do, right? When was the last time you did an ITE session? Come to them, ready?
Always ready!
Some of the problems we have at first when we're training, I would say, is just they don't listen. They don't pay attention to the amount of detail that you want them to pay attention to. Attention to detail is big here because when they get to the fleet, depending on what their job is or what they're going to do for the Navy, if we don't teach that here, they have the potential to injure each other or themselves or somebody else or even get somebody else killed.
doing something else, right?
Yes, Chief.
But you guys don't want to do that. You want to be on your own program. You don't want to listen. What we just did ITE for was because they can't pay attention to detail. Everything has a place and a way of folding it. So now we're going to go through step by step, fold everything in the lock compartment again, and get the lock compartment set up.
Ears.
Open mouth shut.
Hey, everybody gather around. Come behind the clan barrel with your training guide. Let's go.
Straight along the receiver, release the slide and verify that the slide is fully full.
Hey, turn up the motivation. Eyes on the weapon.
All right, ready, officer.
Yes, Petty.
This is very important. You have to understand that. When an enemy is on the ship or nearby, you have to know how to use these weapons. You understand that?
Yes, Petty officer.
Negative.
All right. I think Everybody Loves Raymond is on this early. I don't know if you like that show. I do.
My name is Petty Officer Ogden Douglas, and I'm a live fire weapons instructor here at Recruit Training Command. You know, it was kind of interesting to come back to this command and drive onto this base and not be worried about getting yelled at everything I'm going to be doing. So that was interesting, that I can walk down the sidewalk whichever way I want. And it makes it easier. It's kind of neat to see the recruits that are coming in and just remembering that you were in their spot just a few years ago and that you can kind of help them. If you remember your boot camp experience, you can remember what you didn't like about it and maybe take that and teach them things you wish that you had done.
Yeah, never did.
Okay. Just pay attention to what the line coach is saying, the range safety officer is saying, point down range, and wait for those taps. And you'll be fine. Okay, you're not going to hurt anyone. You just got to pay attention. Okay? And if you feel like they're yelling at you, they're just doing it because you have double ear pro on, you know? They got to yell so you can hear them, okay? Don't let that get in your head. All right, what line do you need to be in? This one, I think?
So I'm not a recruit division commander. I'm not here to yell and scream on any little thing that they do wrong. I don't know a lot of what the RDCs are supposed to do or the little nuances to their jobs. When they come here to live fire though and we train them, as soon as they step through the doors, we try and vision them as students, not recruits. So we try and teach them, we keep them to a high standard, but we also try and keep it a somewhat relaxed environment so that they can learn better and not hurt themselves or somebody else.
Who's a Game of Thrones fan? Don't mess this up. I'll give you spoilers.
Well, when they go out to the fleet, a lot of the recruits are going to be expected to stand a watch, and a lot of those watches are going to be armed. Or they could possibly go to a temporary duty with a security force, and they're going to be armed there as well. So they're joining the armed forces. They need to learn the basics of at least a 9mm and how to use it, how to employ it.
But yeah, I would say the majority of them fail the first time. And then they come back through, we'll shoot them the second time, and a lot of them do pretty well. Sometimes we'll have a recruit go from failing to almost getting expert. So it just really depends. Hey Douglas, sit in the back. You failed.
I am Region's first ROTC graduate student.
When you give, smiles grow bigger. When you care, homes are happier. When you comfort, the hurt goes away. When we all come together to love, miracles happen.
Good morning, I'm Instructor Isaacson. The first thing that we're going to go
My name is Petty Officer Isaacson, and I work over at Recruit Training Command as a water survival instructor. A typical day is I'll come in, and then 0800 is the first evolution, which is AMRSI, remediation swimming.
Right here, right now, we're trying to screen these guys one more time because they're all stepping today. Lay back, go. So all these swimmers right here are coming from 1-1 day. Their first day of the initial training. They came here, they failed to swim, they got some remediation, they couldn't pass it. Pass or fail. You guys can't dig down yourselves, all right? Remember, the goal that I wanted today was to make sure that you come out of here just a little bit better. Cross your arms and listen to the chief on deck that's up there, all right? Everyone face
For example, like 80 people in a division that will come in for 1-1 day. And usually we'll get about probably like 15 of those that will say like they can't swim. So then they'll get like kind of swim lessons there. So roughly about each division, you'll have from like 5 to 10 that won't be able to do the swim. One of the big factors is like where you grew up. So a lot of like the inner cities don't have swimming pools. So kids that are coming from like the inner cities never really get that experience on swimming.
So we got first recruit right here coming up. Every now and then you'll get like reactions from these recruits because they've been here a while. How long have you been here?
This is my second or third week, but 1 week of training.
Okay, so you got third week of training right now.
I think the biggest ones that really get me that pass the swim test are the ones that are on their week 5, week 6, like graduation is like right around the corner, and you'll get them and they'll say thank you. They'll be like, you saved me from getting removed from my division or calling home and letting my parents know that I'm not gonna graduate on time. And that's like one of the best feelings in the world.
So what's your name?
Sims, Seaman Recruit Sims.
So you got Seaman Recruit Sims right here. She just passed her swim today, and she just passed it just in time. Next week, next Friday, is when her division would have left her and she would have got left behind. How do you feel right now? I told you it was easy.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I hit my head on that wall. Ooh, best feeling.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I know that they're not just passing the test. I know that I'm sending them out to the fleet where if they needed to, I'm giving them the proper skills on how to abandon ship, how to recover from that, and then swim to the rescue boat, or just stay there and survive until someone comes get you. So just knowing that them taking the skills that I taught them, like I feel confident in my teaching that I'm helping in case something ever did happen, if they did have to abandon ship.
I gave you everything that I could teach you guys on how to swim. It's up to you guys if you guys are gonna pass this. Why quit? Why quit on your 1-1 day of training? So what I need you guys to do, you step from that tower, use what I taught you. Get the composure, relax, but at the same time, you guys need to get pumped up about this. You're a 1-1 day in boot camp. You guys haven't got kicked out of your division yet. You guys haven't got set back. You're not going to, because you guys are gonna pass today, right?
Yes, sir.
So far, right now, we have everybody that went to level 2 is gonna pass. So that's the reasons why I like being an instructor or being like a coach, whatever you want to call me here. I know that I helped somebody through boot camp. It's one of the best feelings, and that's why I like coming to work every single day.
It's the new Superbook Bible app. It's packed with games, activities, and Superbook episodes that you can watch for free. Oh no! There's trivia, a fun daily devotional, and answers to your Bible questions. Plus, an easy-to-understand Bible the whole family will enjoy. You can even create your own Superbook character. Ta-da! It's the new Superbook Bible app. Free downloads on iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon.
Young people, millennials, are flocking to church.
It's not an exaggeration to say that we love to meet them and that we love to know their stories.
Come home to the Southern Gospel Station from CBN Radio. You'll enjoy a rich Southern blend of bluegrass, classic gospel, and Southern Gospel favorites. CBN Southern Gospel. Available now at cbnradio.com.
Woohoo! Hi, Superbook fans. Here's something else you'll love. It's the new Superbook Bible app. It's packed with games, activities, and Superbook episodes that you can watch for free. Oh no! There's trivia, a fun daily devotional, and answers to your Bible questions. Plus, an easy-to-understand Bible the whole family will enjoy. You can even create your own Superbook character. Ta-da! Whoa!
A Millsburg Falls man coming.
Sorry, pardon me. Sorry, excuse me. Ouch!
Are you getting this?
Earn super points to win daily prizes too, and so much more. Time to get back to my adventures. See you soon. It's the new Superbook Bible app. Free downloads on iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon.
1, 2, 3, 4.
16.
1, 2, 3. Why are you here?
To go to war, Chief.
Why are you here?
To go to war, Chief.
How are you supposed to win the war?
Discipline, Chief.
Well, you guys lack discipline today. You absolutely lack discipline. And this is why you failed. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, on your feet. Making mistakes when you're not supposed to make mistakes is how people get killed. 6 weeks of boot camp, you're getting complacent. You still got 2 more weeks until battle stations. How are you gonna make it if you're complacent already? If you want to graduate, you have to do it as a team. All these assessments require teamwork.
When I came to boot camp, it was, I'm gonna do 4 years, I'm gonna get my GI Bill, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna get out. Then I came to boot camp. My third RDC at the time was CTR1 Bullock. She is now senior chief. So she set like a really good, solid foundation of my naval career. And I wanted to give that back.
3, 4, here we go, we're gonna try something new. C-130 rolling down the strip.
C-130 rolling down the strip.
Division 232 is gonna take a little trip.
Division 232 is gonna take a little trip.
Mission time.
You don't be like, oh, okay, hey, here's your rope. Go out there and train these recruits. It doesn't work that way.
Out in the fleet, you'll often hear people talk about recruit training command or RDC duty being arduous, which it is arduous, it's hard. However, you also hear that, you don't get time off. You're 8 weeks straight, 7 days a week, no time off whatsoever, where you're pretty much just sleeping here at the barracks, which none of that is true. And you have 3 partners that nobody ever wants to talk about. They think that you're pushing 1 division by yourself without any help.
So the biggest myth was absolutely the stress cards. We always used to hear about stress cards, that recruits got stress cards and they could just pull them out of their pockets and they got to be excused from any evolution that they were doing.
I've heard some misconceptions about boot camp. They say that it's not rewarding or the atmosphere just isn't good here at Recruit Training Command, but that wasn't the case at all.
One of the rumors that I actually heard when I got up here was right before I started C School, that C School was a mini boot camp. Well, not a mini boot camp, actually a longer boot camp because it's 13 weeks. I was terrified that, does that mean I had to sleep in a compartment? Like, do I not get to go home at night? And then they said the same thing about when you're on push, like that you would sleep in the ships. So that was obviously untrue. We got to go home every night and sleep unless you have your mid-watch. Of course, you have to stay in your mid-watches. These hours are long, but I think that a lot of the times they go by faster than you would imagine because of how busy you are with the recruits. I think coming here, the hours are worth it because there's always that one recruit that you find in P days that you never think they're gonna make it through. And then one day it clicks for them. And that to me is when all the hard work is worth it.
You don't get to do all the fun things that you would typically do on a normal shore duty, but the reward in the end and the leadership experience and the people experience that you get, you'll never get at any other command here. And it makes you far off better.
Victory, victory, that's our battle cry.
You're gonna have the best time at this command, or you're gonna have the worst time at this command. And it is what you make it to be in the end.
The hard days are really hard. The days where you work an 18-hour day.
There are most definitely days where you'll wake up and you do not want to come into work, you don't want to do it. But knowing that you are here for 3 years and doing what you're doing, you come here, you open up that door, your watch standard sounds off so loud and so proud, and they're calling you petty officer, they're calling you chief, and then you realize that you have a red rope on your shoulder and you are doing something that a lot of people will never want to do or even think about doing. And I was one of them where I was like, absolutely not. I graduated boot camp and that was it, I'm not coming back. And to think about it now, it's mind-blowing to think of all the good things that I'm putting into these recruits that are gonna be sailors, and they're gonna go out and do great things.
When they get to graduation, they walk across, they're about to become Navy sailors. It makes you want to strike a tear, because you get really emotional. It's like, dang, I did that like for 8 to 9 weeks. Me and the other 2 RDCs on this push, we did that. And then they introduce you to their families, whoever comes to graduation, and then they thank you as well too. So it definitely makes you more emotional because you don't know how much it means to the other families that come out that you took care of their kids.
I like being an RDC. Like I said, I refer to my recruits as my kids. I'm very proud to be an RDC.
So if you think you don't have what it takes, you probably do. Come here and let the people that are here mold you into a better leader. There's some fantastic leaders here that just help to make you better. And when you're surrounded by that excellence, you become part of that excellence as well. Come here and be an RDC. Come see what it's like. I've been at work for 16 hours.
That's an easy day.
16 hours. Go home, probably get a bite to eat, and get a couple hours of sleep. Be back here at 05.
That's all for today, but you can find more of our exclusive news coverage at cbnnews.com. Hope you'll join us next time. Have a great day.